everyone, welcome to Kelly's Creative Dream Studios, and it is day 24 of our 31 days of Halloween doing October Daily MemoryDex style. Now this is going to be a short video because I'm getting it recorded late in the afternoon, and it's got a little bit of a twist. Technically it's day 24, but you're going to see day 23 come back to life. So here we go. I'm going to move this aside. Here was our day 23. And you'll notice the number is missing. And that is because, technically, I have the file tabs going left, center, right, center, left, center, right. And somehow I managed to put two center tabs together in the folder. And that just wasn't going to work. It was putting too much bulk in the immediate center. And, you know, with my OCD, it was totally throwing me off. So, I popped off the number 23 on there, and we're going to replace it with day 24 because I should have had a right-sided tab, and then the next one in order would be a center tab. So we're good to go with that. So I'm going to put a little bit of my fabric glue on here, and we're going to glue this to the center of our bow, and this will become day 24. Just like that. Now I've got to got the 24 on there, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to put a clamp on there and let that dry. So we're going to redo day 23. This is the tag that inspired me. Move all my bits and pieces here. And I don't know how well I'm going to be able to draw a spider web. I did not have a stencil. Guess that's going to be one of the next things I add to my tool stash, but I covered the correct right tab. This will become day 23. Wherever I put day 23, I thought I brought it with me. I'll put it on when we're done. I'm not going to sweat it. I'll put it on when I'm done. It's probably laying over on the work table. Anyway, I covered it with the paper from the Hocus Pocus collection to give us some movement in the back. And now I'm going to attempt to freestyle a spider web on here. I am going to use a pencil first because I know me. And somewhere here I have a pencil. Things are all buried over here on my work table. There's a pen, but no pencil. Okay. Pencil. Not the one I wanted, but it will work. So, they're basically spokes. So, and I'm going to use my ruler here just so I get straight lines. And I'm not going to be too concerned about how they line up. So, if you think you can't, you probably can. And just make your lines intersect, just like that. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to do it again. Just like that. And let's see. That one, this one, probably not going to be even, but then again, I'm not a spider, so my lines don't have to be even. I think that will work. Somewhere along the line, this one got off. But then we're just going to come back in here and we're going to draw our loops, or draw our little arch lines between our bicycle spokes. Just like this. And again, they're not going to be perfect. This spider was way off base over here. But that's okay. Like I said, there will be, whoa, and that really got offline, didn't it? It's all right, we can come back and do that. We had a spiral spider web going on there. And there we go. Now we're more in line of where we're supposed to be. And then this one will come out. Of course, I'm doing this without my glasses too, so, you know. We're going to have an interesting spider web here. Okay, and then we're going to come in. He's still working going around this one. And come back in here a little bit. Or maybe he got interrupted, maybe. That's always a possibility. Okay, now that we have a spider web loosely printed, and I am going to put my glasses on for this. Now I'm going to come back and use my Snowball Accents puff paint. Now, I did find out that we do have this in Cosmic Shimmer. It's called Fluffy Stuff from Spectrum Art Creations, and if they still have that in the shop, I will link it down below. Now I'm going to sit down for this, and I'll try to keep my fat little head out of the way. And I'm going to start in the center and work my way out. Let's get a sample. Boo, there's a sample buff of paint there. I may want to come back and do this one in a finer line bottle, just to make it fit. I also could have, if I'd had a larger spiderweb stamp, I could have come back and I could have stamped this and then used shimmery white embossing powder, and that would have helped too. Yeah, this is going to have to go into a fine tip bottle, I'm afraid, for next time. And I have them, so that's not a problem. Because we have one full little center there, don't we? And getting these lines going in here is going to be interesting, but we're going to try. And we'll see what it does when we hit it with the heat. And that's all you do. You apply this to your project, and then you go over it with your heat gun. And this really was too big of a blob, because it's meant to be snowfall accents, so you would be putting, you know, snowballs or that kind of thing on your project. And it kind of crackles a bit, so it will have that cobwebby look to it. I am going to be working with my Artistic Adventures items again today. I have one of her tickets that I'm going to use, and I'm going to use Tim Holtz spiders, and I think, I'm not sure, I think it's a Dress Me Up button. That is the, I'm going to use that velvet spider today. I knew I'd find a spot to use him in these projects. So we're going to get rid of the air bubbles out of there. Okay, there we go. Like I said, this is really runny, and at first I didn't like it because I didn't realize what you were supposed to do with it. But now that I do and it's still runny, I'm going to have to get it with in the finer bottle. And then we're going to come back with the heat gun, and you want to let your heat gun heat up for a minute before you do anything with it. And keep it at a distance, because otherwise, see when I get close how it spreads out? We don't want it to spread out. We just want to dry it. And it takes a little bit, especially since it comes out so thick. There it goes. See how it's starting to puff? I'm just going to go over it one more time and make sure it's got a good dry to it. There we go. There's our spider web, such as it is. Now I'm going to leave it on there and let it cool. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to come back in. I've chosen this one from my Artistic Adventures. It's one of her poison tickets. Some of her tickets run horizontal, a lot of them run vertical. And I needed a horizontal one for this. And I like this poison one. And I'm going to come back in And I'm going to add 2 of my little bitty spiders from Stampin' Up. I'm going to take the jump ring off of them. Let me grab my pliers really quick. When I'm going back and forth from my big work table where I lay out my design to my little work table where I do all my filming, I try to remember everything I need to have. Now on hers, she had, on that sample, there were little skulls. Looked like they might have been skull brads. I don't have skull brads. But I thought with the spiders on here, that this might be perfect. So we're just going to take these jump rings off of here. If I can get a hold of them. That takes care of one. Take the other one off of this one. So Bob left about 10 o'clock this morning. He will be on the road until 6 o'clock tonight. Makes for a really long day for him. Okay, so there's those. And we do have little eyes there. Let me see if I can snip those off. Shouldn't be too hard. So I've already started moving stuff around in the office. I want to be back on my work table as a writing surface by the time National Novel Writing starts on November 1st, because I intend to finish book 2 in my series. Okay. So the best thing to apply these with, I think, is going to be a little E6000, because it's the metal. And I think we can move this off of here now. Put that back where it belongs. And I'm going to come in here, and I want to put that right there. So let's put that down first. Actually, instead of using that glue, I'm dusting the underside of it really quick. This is going to take forever to upload, folks. It's going to be a late one, I'm afraid. Let's go ahead and pop it up on dimensionals so that it rises above that foam a little bit. Just like that. And then we'll come back with the E6000. And I'm going to put the E6000 directly onto there, and then put the spider on there. And I think I'm just going to do one there, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to do one up here in the corner. That gives us 2. And then we have our little foamy one, and I've got to clip his button shank off. And I'm going to put some E6000 on him. And put him right in the center. Now, if I had my other spiny things over here with me, I would put a red bling on the back of his butt. I don't have those over here. But, you know what I do have? What did I do with day 24? I lost it. Oh, day 23. Lose my mind if it wasn't attached, I tell ya. But we can come back here. Let's dust this real quick with our black soot. Just to take that edge off. Then we can come back in here, add our glue, and this is going to be our day 23 and 24 for our 31 days of Halloween, doing October Daily MemoryDex style. And that just goes to show how easy it is to fix a boo-boo. Just that simple. Thanks for joining me in the studio today. I will be back here tomorrow with our week 3 stick pull, week 4 stick pull for our journal, and then day 25 on our 31 days of Halloween, doing October daily, MemoryDex style. Thanks for joining me in the studio today. Remember to like, to share, subscribe, and click that notification bell because we're not finished yet. Creative blessings.